behind the wealth and privilege of Beverly Hills. A brutal crime shocked the world. Two brothers, an affluent family, and a story that's been debated for decades. This is the story of Eric and Lyle Menendez and the night their parents were murdered. August 20th, 1989. A quiet evening in the upscale neighborhood of Beverly Hills turns deadly, and Kitty Menendez, a wealthy entertainment executive, and his wife are found brutally shot to death in their own home. The killers, their own sons. At first, Eric and Lyle claimed they had come home to find their parents murdered. It seemed like a horrific burglary gone wrong. But things didn't add up. And soon, the truth would unravel. Investigators grew suspicious of the brothers almost immediately. Lyle, 21, and Eric, 18, appeared to grieve. But they also began spending millions of their inheritance on luxury cars, vacations, and shopping sprees just days after their parents' death. It wasn't long before the cracks in their stories started to show. Eric eventually confessed to the murders during a session with his psychologist, setting off a chain of events that would lead both brothers to be arrested for the crime. But why would two sons brutally murder their own parents? In court, the Menendez brothers claimed years of abuse. Physical, emotional, and, as they would later reveal, sexual abuse. They said they killed their parents out of fear, believing in Kitty were going to kill them first. Experts in the courtroom debated the legitimacy of these claims. Was this a case of abuse, or simply greed? Were Eric and Lyle driven to protect themselves, or were they after the family fortune? The first trial, in 1993, ended in a hung jury. The public was divided. Some saw them as victims, others as cold-blooded killers. But in 1996, after a second trial, the jury found the Menendez brothers guilty of first-degree murder. Eric and Lyle were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Their story became a cultural phenomenon, covered in books, documentaries, and even television series. Over 30 years later, the Menendez brothers remain behind bars. Their story continues to captivate people around the world, as debates over their motive, their trial, and the legacy of their crime endure. Was this a tragic case of two brothers pushed to the edge, or a cold, calculated crime for wealth and power? If you want to dive deeper into true crime stories like this, make sure to like, share, and follow for more.